The topic will be of major controversy because a lot of people in the numismatic world know only of a few stories of about what is on the chain cent. Who is the picture on the chain cent? It's kind of a mystery. Well, I think I clarify some things out here. Because I have some strong information and strong evidence. And you cannot deny when you see a picture, unless you're a fool. Well, I'll have mercy on you. And we'll begin as such. This is a picture of the chain cent. It's called the chain cent because the reverse of the coin has a picture of a chain. I don't have the picture in front of me. But we're going to focus on the obverse side of this coin that was created in 1793. You see the bottom has the 1793 date. And this is actually the Sheldon 1. Okay, the Sheldon 1 is a pretty scarce coin. And the Sheldon 2 is a little more rare as such. All chain cents are very rare. But the question is, who is on the obverse side of the coin? Is it just a Lady Liberty as so claimed? Or is it really something or someone else? Because to me it always seemed like it was more than just a woman on the coin. It seemed like a figuring of a figure, the portrait of a man. You have to be a total fool not to believe that. Not to have any assumption that maybe it's some of a portrait of a man. Hey, why not? And as you look, you see, I'm looking at a picture to my right of George Washington. And this picture is from a book. And I was like, oh wow, that looks very awfully similar. There's now too many pictures of George Washington without his wig. Oh, there we go. And as you see, here's a picture without his wig. You see? Do you see how right there his side locks are swooped to the side like that? Look at that. It's not a wig, it's natural hair. And that's very important to focus on this little detail. You see, also side locks swoop the same way. Exactly the same way. So what's the moral of the story here? I'm seeing an exact identical twin. Okay, you could say many other portraits out there that do the same thing, but not necessarily so. This truly has a similarity here. And if you want to argue with me, I'll give you a beatdown with a stick. Well, I'm not going to be that mean. So let's get this focused again. Now, interesting is not many portraits, paintings, or whatever with George Washington without his wig. In those days, in the 1700s, a lot of prominent people that were wealthy had a wig because it kind of was part of the dress. And so men wore wigs for many reasons. Could be bald, the person could be bald, so you wanted some hair, and if you had money, you bought yourself a wig. And the dollar bill, the common dollar bill that we see, has that picture of George Washington with his wig on. Also, the quarter is a picture of the wig. So we're so used to seeing that we have a hard time on realizing that George Washington didn't always wear his wig, especially in wartime when he was running around in the fields with the soldiers. I don't think he was wearing the wig all the time. Obviously, this picture shows George Washington when he was very young. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it looks like a 50-year-old man here. And probably the etching of the image on the chain cent was taken from this painting. I could almost swear to that. Look how identical it is to that portrait of George Washington in the chain cent. Sheldon 1 and Sheldon 2. Sheldon 3 and Sheldon 4, and there's another variety that's a much rarer, extremely rare. I think there's only 2 that's available. The Sheldon 3 and Sheldon 4 do not depict of George Washington. That's already been changed. Because there was 2 corrections. One was the chain itself with the Mary from this variety. Everything was abbreviated. A lot of coins were abbreviated then, so that's also a controversial conversation. But I believe that everything was abbreviated normally, so it was like a normal thing. Being that those coins were professional for commerce, for the general public, let's go professional, so they'd be abbreviated like with other coins they abbreviated. Other countries also abbreviated their script. So, it says a Mary with a dot. It was like a normal shortened way. There was no mistake. It was done deliberately. Absolutely 100%. Okay, so if anyone thinks that the chain cent was abbreviated by mistake because there was no room, I don't think so. That's completely wrong. Anyway, coming back to this conversation with the portraits, obviously you can see George Washington on the chain cent as you keep on looking at the picture again and again and listening to my voice and explaining this. You are getting more and more convinced, I think. And why not? What a beautiful addition to the history of numismatics to actually finally realize that the chain cent, Sheldon 1 and Sheldon 2, actually depict the picture indeed is of George Washington himself, without his wig, with his hair flowing freely, and I think the artist actually added some length to the hair, which you couldn't go wrong with that. I would just imagine that the artist was creative, so he gave a little more addition to the hair. I'm not sure exactly, maybe for the freedom appearance, or whatever. But there you have it. If you want to believe it, you can. If you don't want to believe it, you don't have to. And you go on the rest of your life not knowing who is on the chain cent. Sheldon 1 and Sheldon 2, the first variety and the second. Okay, so this will be the video focused on this particular detail. And I will wish you a wonderful life and future inquiries of your research. And until the next time, I will continue posting more coins and more interesting videos, other videos of the United States Mint itself. And also, I actually took a little trip to the Mint Director himself. You could check them out. Okay, there you go. So, until next time, please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And now you know that George Washington was on the first United States coin. You can be proud of yourself if you actually own one and see an extra significance to it. So instead of $3 million, maybe the chain cent should be $5 million, just for the fact. Okay? George Washington on the first United States coin What a wonderful new addition to the history of numismatics. Okay, have a great evening or day until next time. Thank you. Leave a like if you want, if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you. Ta-ta. Ta-da-da-ta-da-ta-ta.